Hi, guys. So, this week in history, we're reading the chapter called A Growing Nation. Okay? In the 1800s, many Americans were expansionists. These people wanted to make the country larger. They thought the United States needed more land because the population was getting bigger. American expansionists believed the United States should own all of the land between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. They thought that this was their right. This belief was called Manifest Destiny. As Americans moved west, they formed new states. Texas became a state in 1845. The United States and Mexico argued about where the borders of Texas should be. Because the two countries also disagreed about other things, they fought the Mexican War. The United States won the war. In 1848, the two countries signed the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. It said the United States now owned a lot of Mexico's land. This land included what is present day, what we today is, California, Nevada, and Utah. The United States also got parts of Wyoming, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico. So guys, those states used to belong to Mexico, but we fought a war and then they became part of the United States. In 1846, the United States signed a treaty with Great Britain. This paper gave the United States the area that makes up Oregon, Washington, and Idaho. It also gave the United States parts of Montana and Wyoming. After 1848, the land between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans belonged to the United States. America had thousands of square miles to settle. So guys, these states, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, all of those we got from Great Britain. Okay? So remember, we used to just have those 13 colonies, and now, as we go further and further and further across the continent, the United States is taking the land, and it's becoming larger and larger and larger. Closer to what we look at as the current United States, that big piece of land, okay? So now we had these people that had all of this area that they could go to. So people started to go west, right? We were all on the East Coast, if we take a look at a map, and now they're gonna go west because we have lots of extra room there for them to be. People had started moving west in the 1840s. Many went to Oregon. They took the Oregon Trail, which was a road for wagons. So remember, they didn't have big highways, right? There was no way to get across. So there was a trail that was sort of like made so that a wagon could get through. Remember, no cars, no trucks, no buses. So they got in their wagons and they got on this path and they started going west. That path was known as the Oregon Trail. The road started in Missouri and was 2,000 miles long. Groups of people traveled together because it was safer and easier than going alone. It was still a hard trip, and many people died along the way. Gold was found in California in 1848. The gold rush started. Over 80,000 people went to California to get rich. They came from the United States and all over the world. These people were called 49ers because they moved to California in 1849. What do we know as the 49ers today? What state has a sports team called the 49ers? Let's think about that. American expansionists were happy. The country had started with 13 colonies and now covered half of a continent. People were settling the new land. The United States was becoming large and powerful. Okay, guys, so you can go back and read this on your own. I'm going to put this with the Edpuzzle so you answer the questions as we go through, but listen to this a couple times, okay? Remember, you don't have to just answer the questions when you come across them. Go back and fix them. See you later, guys.